Hi there. Welcome into our studio. Our It's a tad chilly in here. This is Thursday. It is about 10 minutes to 11 o'clock. And we decided we would give you a behind the scenes look at what it takes to put together the podcast, how we do it. Over here, this, of course, we're Captain Carl, and then Lieutenant Joe, and then other guests, and then I'm normally over there. I don't know what you call that area. I guess the master control area, which makes me a master controller. It's cold. It's look here. Look here. It's 40 degrees in here. But that's the first thing you need to know about our studio is we are equipped with a very nice heater, and I just got it going. So, ooh, that feels good. Ooh, it'll be warm in here in just a little bit. I'm trying to get some things ready. We're hanging new banners. You'll see another banner over here in a minute. We are the most important piece of equipment in this studio. You can't really see it. We kind of keep it hid. It's right here. It is, of course, the coffee machine. So I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee, and we're gonna bring you guys with us on a little behind the scenes of Pirates Crew Call. Come on in. We're just getting started. It's cold. You better wear your coat. I'm the brain center, but this stuff does a lot of stuff, and holy smokers. And we're gonna bring you guys in, show you the equipment that we use, try to explain what it does, and I want to make something real clear right to start with. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that add to and make this show happen that you don't ever see, wouldn't know about, that make us look really good. We have a staff photographer, Samantha Taylor. She is amazing photographer. She gives me 90% of the stuff I use in the promos and things like that. I get people saying, "Was that promo looked really cool?" That was well, because she gave me the stuff to use. And then getting it out, getting the podcast not only on YouTube but on our Facebook page and on Instagram and things like. Now can I stream to YouTube? Yes, I know how to stream to YouTube. Do I know how to do all that other crap? No. We have a media coordinator, Claire, who is a genius, who manages all that stuff. So there's people behind the scenes doing stuff, not to mention crew members who donate their time to come in, come tell us about what they do. So there's a lot that goes on that is more involved than just the three people that you see sitting in the studio on Tuesday. Now the equipment that we use, we're blessed to have some good stuff. So let me see if I can take you around real quick here. Right now, what you're looking at, that is a Roland video switcher. Now, it's not a very big one. We have bigger ones, but for this show, this does what we need it to do. We're able to run a couple of cameras and a couple of computers for graphics. And what this machine does is we can combine the shots, do the split screen shots, do inlays, overlays, picture in picture, all of that stuff. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to push a button, this button right here, and you'll see what happens on your screen. That is the shot of a where Carl would be, where I would be, and the one in the center is where you would actually see like a Zoom caller that would come in. So we're able to put three different shots on the screen. All of this because of this little box, and it does a whole lot more. It also brings in the audio from the different microphones from the different computers, and it combines it all, and it sends it to our laptop that we have over here on the desk. I'll show you in a second. That combines the audio and the video and puts it out on the intraweb. And beside that, the thing that, oh man, this little monster right here, that is a Studio Live 32 SC PreSonus board. 32 channels of audio that we can bring in from microphones, from computers, instruments. If we have live guests that want to play and sing, we're able to give them their own mix. And when I say their own mix, if you can't really see, but down this side here, I have 16 different ways to send audio, which is to say I can send certain audio to on air. I can send certain audio to whoever is on the Zoom call, separate and completely different from what's on air. The same thing with our studio speaker mix, which is right here, and our studio speaker mix, so we can hear in studio when we're not got our microphones on. You know, the promos, the Zoom caller, all of that stuff without having to send our microphones to the studio speaker, so we don't get any kind of feedback or anything like that. And I have 16 different tracks that I can, or 16 different channels, not channels, I guess mixes, 16 different mixes that I can send audio down. Now, besides that, we have on the front of the desk here, if you look right here and right here, we have to have a way of getting audio into different computers. That's what those are. Those are audio interfaces for computers, so I can keep everything separate. I don't want the computer's microphone channel, our speaker channel, and their record channel on the same sound card. That avoids a bunch of looping problems that we just don't need. So we have two different interfaces for our computers to handle the audio. Then we have, there we go. That is one of our AVPass PTZ cameras. We got two of them in the studio, and we control them. I could control them with a joystick and a little, but at some point it just starts to get too crowded up here. So I control these with a little handheld remote, and I put presets in them and able to do different kind of shots. These cameras do a good job, and we're able to control them and get our different shots up that we need. And for audio, for me, when you see the broadcast, I'm using this microphone right here, which is just an Audio-Technica microphone. It's a condenser microphone, which means it needs phantom power, and of course our soundboard provides that. And on the other end of the spectrum, the guest, actually right now I am using Carl's. This is the one that Carl uses, little cheap mic, wireless mic when he's over there. We use a couple of lapel mics, a couple of handheld mics, whatever we need. We got plenty of microphones to make sure that everybody gets heard on the broadcast. Now, if I can, this is, like I said, this is the remote, and I got lots of remotes, and 90% of the time I pick up the wrong one. But I can honestly say that I have never had a show where I didn't make a mess up. That's true fact right there. But this is the remote that we use for our two cameras. And let me see if I can get up. Yeah, there we go. Here is a shot of the set. It's a mess right now. You can see I've got guitars out. We've been doing recording music. We've got a new banner that we're going to put up a lot better than that for the show. But that's the sofa where Joe sits, the chair where Carl sits. You can see in the background there we got a coat rack with some hats on it. There's a lot of little stuff on. I don't know if I've got camera set up for that. Let's see. Yeah, like right there. That is that ship's wheel. I should show you that. While I'm doing the broadcast, we have a big TV on and you can see there. It's showing me, because that's right across from where I'm sitting. And that's showing me what's on the air, what's ready to go on the air, and everything that we've got that, my computers, some of our stills, some of our inlays and whatnot that we use. But anyways, now going back, and there's the other. That's my camera. That's my PTZ camera. All right. The ship's wheel, I love that ship's wheel. Carl donated that to us. We got an anchor there. The skull walking stick. That thing has been in more videos. Oh my goodness. For over the past 11 years, I've used it in several different videos. All right, let's take a trip around. I'll show you. There's the new banner that we're going to be highlighting. There's the coat rack that's behind the sofa. We normally got a couple of pirate hats on that, and just other stuff. Right there, that gun you see there, it's old, but it's not old. That gun. Let me see if I do a split screen with this shot, just to show you. Let's see. There we go. That gun there. It was built probably around 1960, something like that. But it's huge. It's the bore, the barrel is bigger than a 10-gauge shotgun, and I had no holster for it. So I found a shoe repair shop in Jacksonville, and they actually built me that holster for that shot. So that's kind of cool. Up top, just all kinds of little stuff. My initial plan was in that cabinet right there to put a bunch of pirate guns and things, but then you can't really see them, so I stick trash in there. Now let me see that. Oh, if you look above my head, though, wait a second. Can this camera get over there? Let me see if I can bring it on. Yeah, there's our my revolver toilet paper dispenser. And our flux capacitor. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you our flux. Oh, it's not plugged in. I forgot. It's not plugged in. I'll show it to you some other time. But that is our flux capacitor, which makes time travel possible. That's what it does. So that's a trip around the studio to see what we got. Excuse me. The other stuff is going to be up here. And I'll show you. One of the ways that we get the show to flow and keep things in line is we use PowerPoint sometimes. Sometimes we use ProPresenter, whichever is just easiest and available at the time. So I'll show you, like for a show, this is our PowerPoint that we set up. And as you can see at the top here, that's our opening logo. We normally start the show about 10 minutes before. We don't start the show. We start the stream about 10 minutes before the show will start. That is all of our opening. Like that right there is our opening billboard, one of them. and we have the another logo release, and then we have the actual show opening, and then we line up the show from there. Some of these are not supposed to make air. Sometimes I mess up and hit the wrong button, and they do. Like the opening banter. We have our first break at 12 minutes after, and then the next segment would be the show spotlight. And we line all of the slides and all the photos that we're going to use in that week's show, our promos. We line them all up in here, and then all I've got to do is, with a remote, push a button until we get down to the very end with our new show closing. And like I said, we line all of that up in PowerPoint. And to do all this takes us, like I said, we easily invest 10 to 12 hours into getting the show ready for broadcast. And then it's a live show, so it's you get what you get, and we hope everything runs smoothly. About the only thing I didn't show you the different microphones we use, but we use a lot of Sennheiser microphones, wireless with our receivers over here. We use Shure microphones, things like that. We're real lucky to have what we have, and then comes showtime, which is at 5 o'clock on Thursdays, or Tuesdays, 5 o'clock on Tuesdays. And usually Captain Carl and Lieutenant Joe will show up sometime between 4 and 4:30. They'll come in, take their place, check their microphones. If we have a guest calling in on our Zoom, which I'll show you real quick, we do have. Oh yeah, I didn't show you that yet, did I? No, I didn't. We have the computer over to my right, which does the Zoom calls. It serves two purposes, and sometimes those two purposes get in the way of each other. But we have this is where the Zoom link is. So if we have a guest that is on Zoom, we can go to them, and we're able to put their Zoom in a split screen. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, we'll do that. We can split screen the Zoom call in any camera shot that we got, or both camera shots if we want. Now this computer also does something else that I really like. Here, let me go ahead and just take that on off of there. And it's also our soundboard. I use something called Jingle Palette, which lets me assign certain MP3 files to buttons, and so I can pull up at any time. So after, like, the show intro, you'll hear. Or we call that bumper music. We use that going in and out of promo breaks, stop breaks, things like that. Now, down here, I had somebody say, I really like those pirate sounds you have. I have a bunch of them. I got a Canon. I've got dialogue all over the place.
Prepare to be boarded. Dead men tell no tales.
Oh, yeah.
Abandon ship. All hands on deck.
That's sword fighting. Who does that make you think of?
Walk the plank, matey.
Bring me my rum.
Bring me my rum.
Bring
me my rum.
Bring me my rum. Okay, so that is our soundboard that we use for that kind of stuff. So there you have it. That's get yourself 3 or 4 computers, an audio mixer, video switcher, about 2 miles of cabling, and bunch of microphones and stands, and come on, let's do a podcast. We have fun with it. We hope you enjoy it. It can be seen every week, Tuesdays at 5:00. Pirates Crew Call, and we do it. We do it on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/at Pirates Crew Call. You can see it on our webpage, BeaufortPirateInvasion.com. You can see it on Instagram. You can see it a bunch of places. Thanks to Claire. Thank you, Claire. And we hope to see you Tuesday. And we'll see if all this is going to work. We hope we get it all put together by Tuesday.